Cool. So now we're going to talk a little bit about interpersonal relationships on several levels, whether it's an academic level, social/romantic level. Yes, romantic level. That's important too. And yeah, so let's dig right into it. So
dig right in.
Tell us a little bit about your interpersonal relationships on an academic level.
Was it classmates or like fellow doctors and stuff?
Yeah, all that.
I mean, someone told me that you should try and be like chill with everybody. Don't make any enemies, because medical school is a time. Yeah, if you can help it, because some people, but like, just like don't make enemies. Like I don't think I intentionally got on anyone's nerves, but you learn that people come from different backgrounds and stuff. Exactly. So like different things get on their nerves. But for me, I was like friendly with everybody. Mm-hmm. But then it was a bit hard because I feel like I was friendly with everybody, but I didn't have I didn't have a core group. So like med school can get a bit cliquey. Like
absolutely, just like with anything else in life, when you get people in a social setting, especially when they're going through trials and tribulations together, you're gonna like stratify and like separate.
Yeah. So I can't say that I wasn't. I had a bunch of like groups that I would hang out with. Huh?
Were you in a clique?
No. See, that's a hard question to answer. Yeah. I feel like I jumped around with groups, and I feel like people knew that. Like, I had different people I hung out with. Yeah. So I wasn't like a core member in a core group, which is kind of sad.
It's not sad. I'm the same way.
But like,
just a drifter. Just
like moving around.
Just wandering from group to group, getting the best of each.
That's how it was. But I mean, you also kind of want to have that like group
flexibility.
We kind of want to have that group where it's like, this is my right.
They got your back.
Yeah, everything. But I can't say that I had that personally. For me, a lot of my, just moving on to social stuff, a lot of my friends were like outside of medical school. Some were from undergrad. Like I said, before I went out to like events and stuff to make sure that I was like networking and meeting people. And it was also nice meeting people outside of medical school. Yeah. I think that was the main issue, where it was like, sure, I would be friends with people or be chill with everybody in medical school, but like they would like, there's nothing to talk about other than medical school. And like,
you'll make med school jokes. You'll talk about your previous exams. Like, so at some point that gets kind of.
There's only so much. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. So like that was the thing for me. Like I tried to hang out with people. Maybe that was it. I tried to hang out with people that were outside so that it's just like I can get like. It's a bit refreshing. Yeah.
I feel you.
Not that medical school is cool and all, but like it's nice to see that other people are doing other things. Exactly. Like it's not only medicine. Yeah. So that was me for that level.
Let's see. For me, so I'm very similar to Lily in that I'm a drifter as well. Ever since I can remember, I've just been like I haven't had just a core clique. I've always been, dabbling in different things. I played football, right? So I had the football friends in undergrad and high school. Then I had my, like nerd type of friends. Like I was in mathletes and stuff.
Oh.
Then I had like, just like my, I don't know, better friends who I just hung out with and
didn't have any.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. But here in med school, like I said, I'm a drifter as well. My roommate in 1 year was in med school, so. She actually became like a good friend of mine. Let's see. I actually did not go to class. I know, blasphemy, right? But as Lily said earlier,
I'm okay with it.
As Lily said, so our school records lectures, right? And they leave it up to you to say, you know what, you can come to class or you can watch your lectures at home.
Or not.
And I definitely choose the latter. Or not, yeah.
Yeah.
But I just choose the latter and watch it at home. And that could actually, if you're not okay with being in a solitary, environment studying for most of the day, that can really, it might not be for you.
Yeah.
But I'm a very social person when I am in front of people. So when I did spend time in front at the school building, I was still able to just interact with my classmates.
Yeah.
Whether it be twice a week or whatever. But I know some people might just really like retreat in their shell. If they're home, they might not want to. It might be hard to kind of re-enter into the fold in terms of talking to classmates, but. I was able to just keep in touch with classmates, even though I saw them only like maybe twice, 3 times a week.
It's like whenever he'd show up, basically.
Yeah, right? And it just worked for me, but
like
I said, it might not work for everybody. So I was just able to maintain my interpersonal relationships via, like actually parties are actually a pretty good way of like strengthening those. Whether it's not parties, but I'd say extracurricular just get-togethers.
Yeah.
Whether it's a party, going out to eat, going to a concert, whatever it is, those really help to strengthen bonds with people. So I did a little bit of that, and then just I don't know, going to the school building once or twice a week. That was enough for me. Yeah. All right, so now we're gonna get into the juicy stuff.
There's no juice.
Interpersonal relationships on a romantic level, right?
Hey.
So, like I mentioned before, when you get a group of just hardworking, focused people, in a confined medical school, there's relationships are gonna form, right? Or not, but things will happen.
There are different ways to do it.
Yeah, and we both in both of our classes, we both have classmates who are either in a relationship, engaged, right?
Home married.
Or
like
just doing
in
their
general,
thing.
yeah. So I mean, just to put that out there, like there are people who have like whole families and like So like if you're a bit worried about that, like it can be done. Yeah.
There's actually in this building there's like a maternal care room, right? Or like
There's some schools. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are schools that like support that kind of stuff.
My mother can, if she happens to be a med student, she can like bring her kid and take care of the kid in the room. But yeah, I just wanted to preface this conversation by saying there's no right or wrong way to approach a romantic relationship in med school. If you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want to involve in that stuff, that's perfectly fine too. Personally, I'm more so inclined to be just focused on school at the moment. So it's hard for me to put 100% into that and 100% into a relationship. And I know that speaks more so to some personal development that I have to do, but I'm kind of putting that off.
It's like you still putting that off.
Yeah, I'm putting that off. Like, pretty soon I'll have to face those demons. But yeah, I've chosen not to be involved in any serious relationships, and I definitely have chosen not to be involved romantically with anybody in my class. That's like my personal rule. Just it can get messy. You don't want to what do they call it, like play or mix business and pleasure.
Yeah.
But that being said, it has been done. It is being done by some classmates, and it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah. So it's all about each situation. Like each one's unique, and but yeah, personally, I don't have any. Sorry to disappoint you guys. I don't have any spicy, juicy stories to tell y'all. Yeah, just gotta tell y'all like it's possible if you want to do it.
Yeah.
Cool. If you don't, cool. If you try it and you realize, hey, it's not for me. I gotta really focus on school. That's fine too. So.
Yeah.
Let's hear.
There's no, like I said, there's no truth. For me, like I went into my first year and I actually made a decision that I wouldn't be in a relationship for the first year, just because it was like a new stage of life, and like you just needed to focus because I feel like it definitely can be distracting. But where I'm not struggling, what's the word for it? I'm just thinking about it right now. Like, okay, it's second year of medical school, but like, and like I want to say that I don't want to be in a relationship because I don't have time. Yeah. But then there's this whole thing where it's like, when are you ever gonna have time? So like, I'm going into medical school. I mean, rotations, third year, fourth year. Residency, you're not going to have any time during residency.
And it only gets harder and more time consuming. Like,
yeah. So it's just like, I don't know where I'm at right now. We just say that nothing happened first year, and I'm like him, that where I was like, I'm not doing anything with anybody in my class because I don't like my laundry out there. So that's how it was for me. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, I'm still trying to figure out the whole thing where it's like, I'm like single, but like,
eventually you'll have to start
going down that road. If you don't want to, that's cool too.
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
very cool.
But
for somebody who we both eventually want to be married with kids and stuff like that, and we
have families and stuff.
Yeah, it's a real conversation. Like once residency rolls around, you will be busy. Yeah. Right. So it's like, okay, do I have a kid? Like some people have kids now, and I almost like I'm very envious because they're getting that stuff out of the way now. Like when I have my kid, their kids would be like 10.
But they can have other kids. No, I respect this so much.
Yeah.
I'm like out here like trying to figure out
like,
my life.
I want to reclaim my time. Like, how do you even have time for your kids? I need to find my own time.
To try to find my time.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I respect all the mamas out there and all the daddies.
Mad props to those kids right now. Y'all are the real MVP. For real.
But yeah, like for the most part, there's no juice. But like, it's really interesting to see like there are people. There are relationships that have formed, and I haven't heard of like any relationships that have like broken or whatever. But I'm not really into the gossip. I can't lie, but like there are people like that have gotten engaged, and like wow, good for y'all.
Yeah, for real.
Congrats.
One big thing actually, especially with a classmate who a girlfriend or boyfriend who lives with you or who you're engaged with and lives with you as well, they can just hold you down, you know, like you mean like support system? Yeah, there are trying times when you need somebody, or it would be really helpful if you had somebody to cook for you, just be there to just rub your back and tell you everything will be okay, to like help you focus, help you like do laundry, all that stuff, emotional support. I know like some people in a class above and below me, like they might be engaged and their significant other just like really helps them out. Like it can be a really good source of mental support, and that's one good thing. So if you're in a relationship, don't get scared. If you want to make it work, you can make it work through medical school and through anything else. Yeah. So don't think that just because we're not in it that, you know, it's not doable. It's very doable. And it can even strengthen your relationship. You know?
It could.
Going through trials and tribulations can really help it out.
It can go both ways, to be honest.
It can,
but it seems to be. I can't lie. We can't lie to you. Yeah, but I think intentionality, like I've been saying, I think that was like my thing for the first year. Like just being intentional about it. Like yes, you're in medical school, but you're also like a person. Yeah, a person. You know? So like just being intentional about like relationships and all that good stuff is a good way to go about it. Just figure out your priorities and what you think is important.
Yeah. Would you say you know more people who have significant others in the medical field? Like, let's say you have classmates right now. Would you say they have more significant others in the medical field or outside the medical field?
I don't know too many, but I think a lot of them are like outside of the medical field.
Yeah,
but it's really weird. You feel like I hear like all these doctors and physicians
together with each other.
Yeah, and I'm like, but then what? Like in medical school right now, it doesn't seem like that's the case. Yeah. So that's also interesting.
Yeah, I just wanted to get an idea because.
What about for you?
Yeah, I'd say the exact same thing. Like those who I know who are in serious relationships or who are engaged, most of them are with people who are not in the medical field. So whatever that's worth. I mean, maybe they just, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it can work both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you'd have someone who's like understanding of what you're going through if they're also like a doctor. Yeah. But then they
could be busy too.
Yeah, they'd be busy, but they'd be understanding because it's like, but then like someone who may not be involved in that may like, you know, see it
just
as
feel like what, like you're just too busy. Like they might think you willingly are not spending time with them.
But
your hands are tied, right?
It's like I'm really just trying to study, so like it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, like I said, like intentionality is key.
Key for sure.